Hello and welcome to another episode of Rachel Rambles. As you might have noticed, I am in a new space. Oh my god. I moved recently and so this is the new location. I would be honored if people would complain about the different color wall, because that would mean that I am more famous than I thought I was. But if no one complains, then I guess it's okay, because no one cares. We finished filming the 5th anniversary special, which was super fun, and I'm really excited for it to come out and to see what it looks like, though we do have to wait a few months. I say we because I, of course, don't get to see it either. I mean, I know the parts that I was in, but I don't know what everything else looks like, so whenever a new episode comes out of anything, it's always a big surprise for me, too. It never looks like I think it's going to look like in my head. So I'm very excited to see it. Can't tell you much about it, or anything really, but I will say that I met somebody new in the process of filming. And this person was very cool, very nice, and we had a lot of fun. And that's all I'm going to say. The next con I go to, I will be going with Doug and Malcolm, and I think Brian, hopefully, and do some Q&As, and who knows, it's gonna be crazy. It's like my new life. It's so weird. I never would have expected it, but I really like it. So I still get a lot of questions about demo reel, and a lot of people talk about it and are curious about what was gonna happen and what it was like, which is crazy because the more time that passes, the more people are interested. So I figured I'd talk about it, ramble about it for a little bit. The filming experience in general was awesome. You know, I never really know how to answer that question because it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. The weird thing is, things that people might not think about was that when we filmed the first episode, that was pretty much the first time we'd all met. I mean, first of all, I had never met Malcolm before. I mean, I think I saw him at the auditions, but it was really early in the morning and I was really tired, so I just kind of sat there. Yeah, and I had only met Doug and Rob like briefly in the audition, so we finally showed up and it's like, okay, let's start filming and pretend that we're all great friends, and it's acting, yes, but you know, it takes time to feel out the situation and to feel out your co-stars and all that kind of stuff. And as we started to get to know each other, I think it's kind of evident if you really watch the footage that the show started evolving to fit our personalities more. So yeah, I watched the first episode and it's kind of like, whoa, who are those people? And especially compared to now, like the Nostalgia Critic episodes that you're watching, we're just such good friends now, and it changes everything. So you know, that was a huge, in my opinion, that was a huge flaw. I don't know if you want to call it a flaw, but that was a huge, you know, flaw, really, in demo reel, is that we didn't really know each other, and we didn't know what was going on, and the show was being developed as you were watching it, and it was changing, and it was this living, breathing thing. So yeah, there were parts that we were like, ooh. But, you know, we just did it anyways, because, you know, people were expecting the show, so, and I think it turned out fine. Which brings me to my next point of where would it be going next if it had not been canceled. Sometimes Rob talks about what he would have wanted to do and how he would have been writing the other episodes, and I think it would have been the whole first season, or basically whatever, I think there's 5 or something episodes of demo reel. Those would be considered like the pilot mini-series, I suppose, you know, not just the first episode, because a pilot is always kind of wonky. It's always kind of trying to figure out what it is, and it kind of, the story arc kind of came to a little bit of an end, so that was, you knew the people, you knew what was happening, so I think Rob mentioned that the episodes would be definitely more, the parodies would be within the story, kind of like the Lost in Translation episode, the alien thing with the turkey. Also, the characters of Rob, the characters of, what's his name, Carl, right? Yeah, Carl and Quinn would have been doing their own little thing a lot of the time, like their little secret stuff. I don't even know, but it would have been like they would have been off doing some stuff, and there would have been something going on with the 3 characters of Tacoma, Rebecca, and Donnie. Gosh, it's been so long I can't even remember the names right. I think if it would have continued, the episodes would have been much different than what the entire first chunk was. But yeah, you know, who knows? We'll never know, I suppose, unless it comes back. I'm happy either way, honestly. You know, well, of course it was sad to see Dummerwheel go, but I'm still part of the site, which is awesome! So I get to still do fun sketches, and I got to do the anniversary special, which I'm not going to talk about. I will once it comes out. I almost did, too. You almost got me. I almost started talking about it. Apparently, this character, Evelina, has gotten really popular. That was unexpected for all of us, I think. It was just something that was this small bit part, I guess, and then she came back, and it's really fun. I don't know. And My Little Pony got roped in. I don't really know how else to explain it. You know, pretty much all I do is show up on set and do what he tells me. Do what they tell me, the walkers. It's as simple as that, really. You know, I keep almost giving things away. They'll get mad at me. But you know, and as far as the scripts go, yeah, we get the scripts, but we kind of get them like a day or 2 before, maybe. So we don't have time to like work on it. We don't even have a lot of stuff memorized, to be honest. It's a little secret. Sometimes we just read off the page, or a lot of times we'll just like memorize it in 5 minutes and then do it. So it's very spontaneous. My last name is pronounced Tietz. It is spelled T-I-E-T-Z. So there need not be any more confusion. It's German, Tietz, T-I-E-T-Z, and I love it. I think it's the coolest last name because, you know, what is this business other than trying to be remembered, trying to be noticed, trying to stand out? And who's gonna forget Tietz? So when I try and tell people who I am or whatever, I'm like, yeah, Rachel Tietz, kind of like Tietz, like, you know, boobs. They'll never forget it. So I hope that answers your questions about that. I will not be offended if you make fun of me, and I never understood people who were offended by getting their names made up of, but wow. Like, you can do anything about it. It doesn't have anything, you know, to do with who you are. It's just kind of funny. I mean, I make fun of myself all the time, so hope that answers your questions about that. People were so like, oh my god, what is your last name? Rachel Tietz. T-I-E-T-Z. And I just want to say, if you ever see me like walking around or anything, like stop me and say hi. That would be awesome for me. Well, answer questions and do whatever, but you know, I think that'd be really cool to meet some of you guys. So if you ever see me, yeah, just stop me, say hi. I won't be mad, I'll actually be kind of excited. Your voices are way more powerful than whatever we want to do. Because when it comes down to it, it's the fans that run the site, it's the fans that run everything. So if you want to see something, say something. If you like something, say something. Because the problem is when people like something, they go, hey, cool, that was good, whatever. But when people don't like something, they're like, I gotta type about it and all this jazz. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. That was another episode of Rachel Rambles, and I'm gonna work really hard on getting more of them out sooner and quicker. Because I'm lazy? No, it's because I'm busy. Yeah. I have some special things up my sleeve for the next few videos, maybe some special songs, and maybe some behind the scenes footage going on. I'll see what I can do, see what comes up. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.